Hi, I'm Dominique Sachse and welcome to this week's video. It's over 40 affordable and effective skincare and anti-aging treatments. I like to think of this as a 1-2 punch when it comes to skincare and how you approach it. What I love about this routine is that you're not going to have this long line of products littering up your counter space in your bathroom. It's really just a couple of steps. It's not too much, but it is so powerful and impactful. And in fact, it's a routine that I discovered, I'd say in 2010 when I met Nick. He turned me on to his dermatologist, who is just a rock star here in Houston. And she put me on this protocol, and I've been at it ever since. So I'm going to be 53 this year. No, I'm sorry, 54. Excuse me. So I have to just say that my skin now looks better than it did when I started this program. And I'm going to share with you why that is. I am also going to link some incredibly affordable products for you. We're going to be talking about moisturizing, facial oils, sunscreens, and it's really not about those products per se. I have made a big shift into all natural and organic skincare. So I did a lot of internet searching for you, and I have compiled some links to websites to help guide you in that area. It's in the description portion, and a lot of you have asked me, how do I get to the description portion? So I've basically shown you, if you're on the computer right now, you go to the description underneath, it says show more, click that, and then everything that's listed will expand, so you'll see the links from there. If you're watching on your cell phone, it's the down arrow to the right of the phone. Touch that and everything will expand. So I just want to make sure you know how to get to the description portion, and you can find links to things, and this applies to all the videos that I do. But really, when it comes to anti-aging, what is it that we're looking for? We're looking for fewer lines and wrinkles. We're looking to diminish hyperpigmentation. We're looking for firmness. We're looking for supple skin. We're looking for hydration and skin that has good elastin. All of these things are basically what bring us back to our youth and remind us of what we loved about our skin when we were in our teens, 20s, and 30s. Now, if you're of my generation, and I will say this, the 80s, it was a great decade, but not for skincare, because back then it was all about getting that killer tan with the baby oil mixed with iodine and that big reflector popped up to your face. And the stuff that we did is horrific when I think about it. But there are ways and remedies to be able to sort of turn back the hands of time and to bring skin into great condition. This program and protocol is not a quick fix. I'd like to think of it more as a marathon instead of a sprint. It's something that you can incorporate when you're young, when you're in your 30s. And you know what? If you're over 50 or over 60 or over 70, it's not too late to start doing these things. It will have a beneficial effect. So let's launch in and talk about what this program and routine is and truly how simple it is. My step in the morning, and this may surprise you, I don't wash my face. Why is that? Because I washed my face the night before, and I washed so well that it's clean when I wake up, and I love the natural oils that come to my skin from sleeping, so I don't touch it. If anything, if I didn't perfectly remove maybe some eye makeup or mascara and you get a little bit of smudging underneath the lash line, grab yourself some makeup wipes and you can just clean up the under eye area or the eyes, and that's it, and call it a day. But zero washing for me in the morning. The two products that have been the biggest game changer, number one, is prescription strength glycolic acid. So this is why I say find a great dermatologist and make him or her your new best friend. So glycolic acid is basically a member of the alpha hydroxy family. It removes the dead skin cells. It's an exfoliator. It also helps to promote collagen, making your skin look smoother and firmer. It's great if you have acne-prone skin or if you have large pores because it helps to reduce and diminish the pore size. It comes in a variety of strengths. I believe the lowest you can start is at 8%. Mine is all the way up at 20%, which is what is prescribed for me now. But again, I've been doing this since 2010. So the first thing that I do in the morning on my fresh, unwashed skin is I will take probably about less than a dime size of the cream, and I just take it and I pop it all over my face, and I can even use it on my chest. Be careful with the neck. The skin is very sensitive on the neck, so if you use it just a tiny bit. And I take it and I basically blend in my glycolic acid and I let it dry. And then I'll use a light face moisturizer. For me, since I am working, and this is up to you, which is why I've put links to all kinds of wonderful products, which by the way, you can find at Target, Amazon, your drugstore, everywhere. It's such an affordable list. And it really doesn't matter because your glycolic acid is the one punch, okay? So you just need now a moisturizer to help bring it in and to help plump and make the skin nice and soft and supple. And that's your choice. That's what I want you to figure out. So that's your blender. For me, my day moisturizer is much lighter because I'm doing a full face of makeup for work. If I didn't need to, I might go a little bit richer. It's how dry or how oily your skin is and what you feel your skin needs. Also with these acids, it will dry out your skin, so you may find you need to bump it up a little bit more with the type of moisturizer you use. It might need to be more emollient. So it can also shift and change as time goes by. So that's it. Glycolic acid around the face. Be careful not too high up to the eye area, but I will even go right out here around the crow's feet area. I will even use it to smooth around the lips, all of that. Moisturizers on. Next step is basically sunscreen, and I'm using all natural mineral-based sunscreen, and again, the type is completely up to you. Again, sunscreen goes on your face, your neck, your chest, and your hands. So sunscreen is on, and now you're ready to do your makeup. For me, the sunscreen that I prefer when I'm doing a full face of makeup, especially for work, I need a matte look. I'm a real big fan of the mineral powder sunscreen. So this one's by Color Science, and it dispenses on the brush. And so you can just brush it on over your makeup. So it keeps everything matte. You find a shade that's close to your skin color, and you can brush it on face, neck, chest, whatever. So if you're looking for more of a powdery finish, all these brush-on mineral sunscreens are great. Of course, there's, you know, your regular brand sunscreen as well. But again, links to natural ones are listed. Okay, so that's morning. Now it's nighttime. And nighttime, the first step is to cleanse. And I have my war paint on, so I really need a good cleanser that's going to remove the makeup. I have moved away from soaps, and I really like oil-based cleansers. So the one that I'm using is this cleansing oil by Noriko, and it uses, I think it's rice bran as the, yes, rice bran oil, as well as vitamin E and jojoba. But man, this face oil for me just gets rid of all the makeup. It's fantastic. It's even great on the eyes. It doesn't irritate the eyes. I'll take it and I will literally wiggle my eyelashes in between the oil, and all of it comes off, every last bit, and then wipe my face perfectly dry. So that's the removal. The second part of my 1-2 punch when it comes to anti-aging skincare is this one. And this is a retinoid. So and it's Tretinoin, which is the prescription strength. Brand name is Retin A. Let's talk about the difference between a retinoid and a retinol. Retinol is what is put in over-the-counter products. Retinol is a lower strength of a retinoid. The retinoid is what you get from your Dermatologist. This is prescription strength. So it comes in 0.025 as the lowest, 0.05% medium, and 0.1% as the strongest. I'm up at 0.1% tretinoin. It has a lot of the similar benefits of the glycolic acid. It really works with fine lines and wrinkles in reducing those. It's also great for hyperpigmentation and the prevention of photoaging. So this one will boost your collagen production. It has incredibly powerful effects. But like I said in the beginning of the video, it is a marathon and not a sprint. It's not going to happen overnight. You will really start to see results of your retinoid 6 months plus. For me, year after year after year, I have seen tremendous improvement in my skin's overall look, the fewer wrinkles that I have now compared to when I was younger, the smoothness and the evenness in the skin tone in my face. I used to have a lot of sunspots. They are no longer there on my face, so it's quite remarkable. Generally, they say you start every 3 days to use it until your skin builds up and is acclimated to it, because it can cause irritation and sensitivity, just like the glycolic acid. So they usually say every 3 days initially, and then you can work your way up. Always listen to your skin. If it's saying, I'm angry, I'm irritated, I'm red, back away for a day or two. It's okay. So how does this work? We've cleansed our skin. Our skin is now completely dry. So with this, you basically take, and it's a white cream, I mean a pea-size amount, no more, right? And I do the same thing, dot, 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 dot. I do it on my chest and rub it all into the skin. I do not use a night cream for my eyes. I don't use any eye cream, in fact, because the glycolic acid in the morning and the tretinoin at night that I do bring right up here. Be careful because it can creep up, but right here around the eye area, I bring it and I rub it all in my entire face, just this little pea amount, so it's going to absorb very quickly. I also use it around the lip area as well for the lines and get it to completely soak in. So now it is recommended that you apply the tretinoin first, wait about 2 minutes, and then put on your face cream at night. Now, since this is doing so much for you in terms of anti-aging, I would just stick, I personally love face oils at night. I absolutely love them. So stick with something that's just an oil that doesn't have a retinol in it or anything that's too aggressive, anti-aging or irritating, because remember, you're going to be combining it with your tretinoin and it might be just a little bit too much. So, I mean, just a simple, pure face oil mixed with the tretinoin. And it's, for me, this is just right. And it gives my skin the hydration that it needs, and it cuts any, potential irritation. Also, it's great to have aloe on standby, because if you do get a little red and irritated from this regimen, aloe is definitely your best friend when it comes to sort of calming things down. Now, there's another technique that you can use, and it's called buffering. So if your skin is having a hard time adjusting, because I want you in this for the long haul, if it's having a hard time adjusting, what you can do, buffering, is basically taking your pea-size amount of your tretinoin and your moisturizer, you mix it together, and then you apply it to your skin together. And it does cut a little bit of the effectiveness of the tretinoin down, but it may make your skin a little bit more tolerable to it in the beginning. So it could be a good way to start. But like I said, what you'll notice over time is this natural brightening effect that happens to the skin, almost a thickening effect. It's that collagen production that you're beginning to see. It happens in the deepest layer of the skin where wrinkles actually begin to form. I have noticed, by the way, since these are prescription, I have a good RX coupon, and it has saved me money at the drugstore. when I get my Tretinoin prescription. So that is something to consider as well. Where you're also saving money, you have no need to purchase any kind of exfoliator because these two products are doing all the exfoliating for you naturally, slowly, and over time. So no harsh, heavy, irritating scrubs. You can completely stay away from that. You don't have to buy an eye cream. I haven't used an anti-wrinkle eye cream in a long while because I realized that I could carry these products up into the outer eye area and they're way more effective than any kind of an eye cream for wrinkles. Now, dealing with puffiness is a different story. If you deal with kind of morning puffiness, then you may want something with caffeine in it or some cooling effects to help reduce the swelling. But we are strictly talking about wrinkling and anti-aging in this video. Find yourself a great dermatologist, schedule an appointment, and start the conversation about alpha hydroxy acid and retinoids because they truly make a difference in your skin. I use them every day, every night. If I need to skip, then I skip. If I'm out in the sun or going to maybe a beach destination, I'll back off a little bit. Your skin will be very, very sensitive to the sun when you use this regimen. So you must be diligent with your sunscreen. Anytime I'm outside, if I go on my walks or I sit by the pool, I always have a hat on and I'm always protecting my neck and my chest area. And that is the other anti-aging tip that I cannot stress enough is how I view my time in the sun. I believe in being outside in the sun. I think the vitamin D is healthy and necessary, but I don't bask anymore and bake like I used to. I protect this area that I'm really working to maintain. And sometimes you also have to pull out the big guns. And I had to do that in my chest area because I had so many sunspots from all of that tanning back in my youth that creams just weren't enough to do it. And so I did an IPL laser treatment, and I'll provide a link to that video up here so you can check it out. And it completely removed all of the spots on my chest. So that was well worth its weight in gold. But for the rest of it, and for mild hyperpigmentation and an anti-aging regimen, this is plenty good. I am really excited for you just to take a look at the links that I've provided. I was actually blown away as to how many new skincare lines there are out there that are organic, healthy, and available to you at your local drugstore or your Target, like I said. And the price point, even better, because I don't think you need to spend crazy money to keep your skin hydrated and moist, not when you're relying on the other two things to do the heavy lifting for you. So that is my skincare anti-aging routine. Pro-aging, I should really say. We're all aging. We just want to do it well and gracefully and take advantage of what's out there for us. Never too early to start and never too late to start, because I, in 10 years, have already seen tremendous differences in my face. Comments, suggestions, and ideas, as always, for future videos. If you like this one, please click that thumbs up button, give me a like, and of course subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. I appreciate this expanding community. The more of you I have, the more voices I have, and the more I can hear what it is that you need. With your healthy, glowing skin, go out, be bold, and be blessed this week, and I look forward to seeing you next Thursday. At what time? Yes, ma'am, 1 p.m. Central Standard. Bye.